First, I want to say sorry for coming this late. Burkina Faso is
D'abord, je voudrais présenter mes excuses parce que je suis venu un peu en retard au Burkina Faso, mais comme on le dit, mieux vaut tard que jamais. Je suis venu au Burkina Faso pour prendre les premières informations, les informations de première main du président du Faso et aussi savoir ce qui se passe actuellement au Burkina Faso en lien avec la question terroriste.
President Julius Maada Bio has made history by becoming the first ever ECOWAS chairman to visit Burkina Faso since the country left the regional bloc ECOWAS and joined Mali and Niger to form the Alliance of Sahel States, AES. President Bio had previously promised to work towards restoring democracy by bringing Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger back into ECOWAS, an agenda he also discussed with the ECOWAS president Omar Ali Touré last month. In Ouagadougou, President Bio was warmly received by Burkina Faso's leader, Captain Ibrahim Traore, as both leaders pledged to strengthen bilateral ties and promote cooperation between ECOWAS and the AES countries.
I want to start by thanking my brother, the president, and the people of this great country for the warm welcome that we always get when we come to Burkina Faso.
Je voudrais remercier le président, mon frère, le capitaine Ibrahim Traoré et tout le peuple burkinabé pour l'accueil que j'ai reçu et à moi et ainsi que ma délégation. Et je vous remercie énormément. Et je suis là aujourd'hui au nom de la CEDEAO en tant que président en exercice de la CEDEAO et également à mon nom propre, président de la Sierra Leone et une deuxième fois au Burkina Faso pour traduire la solidarité envers le peuple burkinabé.
And I hope everyone is aware that we are no longer in a war on terrorism, but in a war of independence. Everyone must understand that it is a strategy for the imperialists to impose this war on us. Normally, every leader, every ruler should fight for their country. It's a strategy. They fight for their interests, and we must also fight for our interests. If we manage to develop, to prosper, it means that over there, they will not be able to develop. They will have to regress. If we manage to transform our raw materials tomorrow, it means that over there, factories will close. Do you understand the logic? So it's normal that they fight to disrupt our society, to keep it in this constant war, so that we can never think about developing one day. And then they will continue to develop, while we will still be here exporting our raw materials to them and our youth, suffering in poverty, trying to cross the ocean, to go beg over there.
This is so amazing. Welcome back, family. This is so amazing. ECOWAS is suffering in the hands of Sahel region. The West empires are suffering in the hands of the Sahel region through ECOWAS. So today, this is a great news to see what has happened in Burkina Faso, where we have seen the arrival of Sierra Leone President Mr. Maada Bio, who has come to visit Captain Ibrahim Traore. And why now? Why this to happen at this time? I remember when Ibrahim Traore came to power, there are some African leaders who came to appreciate him. There are some African leaders who congratulate him despite many accusing him and maybe abandoning him. But there are some people who congratulate and even came to his country just to appreciate him. So among the people who came to visit and appreciate Ibrahim Traore in Burkina Faso, Sierra Leone President Mr. Maada Bio was among those people who came physically to appreciate. But a few years ago, the war started and Ibrahim Traore was the target. He was a threat to the West empires, and they were trying to use any means possible just to make sure that they take him down. Until the time he showed his confidence that he's ready to challenge the West empires. He's ready to fight them. He's ready to resist. He was there to resist and not ready to quit any soon. That's when the war started to lose that much power. That's when some people decided just to come in a polite way, maybe trying to have a dialogue, a peaceful dialogue. But because he was already tested and know all that they wanted from him, that's when he was so reluctant to associate with any person who seemed to be a threat, or any person who was there maybe pretending like he's supporting, but behind the bus, he's among the people who are there to assassinate him or to betray him. Now today, a few months ago, after Maada Bio was appointed as the chairman of ECOWAS, that's when he came up with the great force asking Ibrahim Traore and his alliance of Sahel to come back to ECOWAS or face the wrath. But you know what happened? He was not ready to associate or to listen to anybody because he was already made up his mind. He was already made up his decision, and he was not ready to listen to anything that was not looking similar maybe with his decisions. That's when the war started, and many African leaders was against him. Many African leaders never came up to support or to address any issue during his time of execution. So he was only alone standing, only with the support of Africans and the people who tried to support, to appreciate and support all that he was doing just on behalf of the African continent. Now today, Maada Bio has come to visit this country. What was his interest? What was his interest? Because this guy, this Maada Bio he's still the one holding the position of the chairman of ECOWAS. And just a few months ago, he was the one who was insisting, and he was ready to deploy the ECOWAS security system to go and invade the country of Burkina Faso and Mali. And now he's coming today like he's going to that country to have a peaceful dialogue. So what is this dialogue about? What's the meaning of this dialogue? I believe that there's no any other issue that it may be bringing this president to that country apart from all that they were trying to insist. All that they are after is to make sure that they bring back all these leaders to ECOWAS, because they believe, and they even address this, that when some countries split from that ECOWAS, then it means that ECOWAS is going to lose power, is going to lose their power and their. So they must all be there. They must all listen and govern under the power and the authority of ECOWAS. So France and America were using this ECOWAS to make or to dissolve the power or to take down the Sahel leaders. And now today we are seeing all that is happening in these great empires. There is no peace there. In the streets, protests are there every time, every day. The youths are filling up themselves each and every day. They are fighting against their empires. They are demanding some answers from their cities, from their leaders. And the answers that they are demanding, their leaders cannot address them, because all that they are demanding, it is like their leaders, when they come to address or speak about them, then it's like they're exposing the truth or their secrets, so they can't do what their citizens are demanding. So the only way they can calm their countries and maybe they can save their economy and all that their country is passing through is when they can manage to come and access the West African countries again. It's only when they can come back to African countries where they have been exploiting and taking their resources for a very long time just to take all that they want and go rebuild up their economy, so that they can be able to do all that they have been doing their citizens just to make them satisfied with their government. So at this time, Africa is awake. The African leaders who stood firm and say that they are defending their countries, they're defending the African continent. They are there to defend and control all their countries is having, all their minerals. These are the leaders that Africans have put their faith and their hope in. These are the only leaders that the entire continent is believing in them. So I don't think if there is anything new that we feel like Maada Bio would have been coming to Burkina Faso to ask or to demand, because we know all his tactics, we know all that he wants, or we know all that he needs. So this is not the time. ECOWAS have been coming to beg the Sahel region to come back to ECOWAS because they know what they benefit from it. They know what they gain when these countries are together. The leaders of this organization are the only people who benefit from this organization because they're being submissive to the foreigners. They're being submissive to the white supremacists because they are the one using them. So once they use them to acquire or to access to African resources and do all that they have been used to, that's when the people who are making them to access Africa benefits. So the leaders who are leading this organization, African leaders, they're the one who are benefiting from this. They don't feel any problem. They don't feel any hardship which other leaders are facing. So that's why they're not ready, or they can't come and go against the will of these organizations. They are there because they're supporting and they're fighting their own African leaders because they're the one who know what they're benefiting, or they know the interest which they are getting from this organization. So we are here to watch everything that's happening. We are here to watch all that they are demanding. But at this time, I believe and I know that no Africa is ready to be manipulated. No any Africa is ready to be lied, to be told something that is not existing, to be promised honey which is not there. But we are here to demand our rights, our freedom. We are here to demand equality. We are here to demand justice. We are here to ask for all that was taken out of Africa, and we are here to protect all that we have, just to make sure that we are not the only people who will benefit from this, but the coming generation have to come and find the best Africa, the Africa that our ancestors and they were our freedom fighters were fighting for, the Africa that our freedom fighter died fighting, just to make sure that they create the best Africa, the peaceful Africa, and the united one, which every Africa will have access to anything and any basic that he or she requires. So just tell me to have the comment section, what do you think about these issues? Because a lot has been happening for the past 2 years. Africa has been passing through a lot since some of African leaders came up and started to fight to protect Africa, to protect and resist the foreign policies and the foreign empires. That's when we have been facing and seeing a lot happening. The youths are there to watch. The youths are there to fight. The Africans are here to fight for anything that comes across African continent, which is a threat. Until next time, we come and do the same. Thank you for staying. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back. May you be always here as we do this each and every time, each and every day. And be blessed wherever you are watching from.